Hi, my name is Simon. Welcome to the channel. Together with my wife Kathy and our two Yorkies, Coco and Wally, we continuously cruise the canals and rivers of the UK in our 57-foot narrowboat. Today we are leaving Fishpond Lock in Woodlesford and heading towards Leeds, where we hope to find some moorings and spend a couple of days there. As you can see, it's a little bit cooler now. The heat wave has passed. At the moment it's just 6 o'clock in the morning. Nice early start, sun's just coming up. Beautiful day ahead. Enjoy. Okay, here we go. Setting off now. Just taking the dogs very quick. Morning constitutional. When we get to the first lock in about 40 minutes, Coco will get off with Kathy and walk with her. So she's got another opportunity to do her business, and then Willie just stays on the roof for the ride. Coco's come to say hello to the world, so everybody knows she's around. Today I'm trying out a new tripod which clips to the boat. Should make it less likely that I bump it and the whole katootie goes into the water. This is the hope anyway. Got it for Father's Day. Very useful. Forecast to be quite a nice day, a little bit overcast. Temperature's still only in the early 20s and a bit of wind, nothing significant. This section of the canal, this last piece of the Aire and Calder to Leeds, we haven't travelled on in about 3.5 years, and we did quite a fast transition through it last time, so while it's not virgin territory, going to be quite interesting to see what is here. Then same, once we go through Leeds onto the Leeds and Liverpool Canal 3.5 years ago. So yeah, it's not a narrow canal, but it's nothing like as wide as these big boys in the north here. So you have to start thinking about only turning around when you get to winding holes. We are going to be going up in a lot of locks, several of them staircase locks over the next couple of weeks, so it's a good idea to keep the front cratch cover closed up in case the gates leak. Otherwise you tend to flood the front. There's no risk of sinking because it's all sealed, but it just makes everything in there sopping wet. Experience talking. And also we keep the side hatches, the windows part of the side hatches closed in case there's leakage in from the side of the locks, because they're not like these monstrosities we've been travelling through for the last couple of months, couple of years. These are back to manually operated. Most of them are locked with a what they call a handcuff key, very old-fashioned square-headed bolt through a U-shackle type setup. And some of them, it's a type of key set up for others. This is to stop the vandalism, so-called, where helpful people leave paddles open and gates open and cause havoc with the water levels. Because the Leeds and Liverpool is very susceptible to dry weather conditions, low water levels. So it could add to the challenge going forward the next couple of months. But, see how far we get. We're currently about 7 kilometres outside Leeds on the canal. a lot closer as the crow flies. Again, some very nice walks through wooded areas here. And on the right hand side there's a lot of collapsed minings which have caused flashes, which are very big pond areas. Very pleasant to walk around for the daily exercise. Today I'm going to keep an eye on how well we manage the battery on the cell phone, so that I don't miss key moments like in previous vlogs. This bridge we're coming to is disused by its width. I'm not sure whether it would have been a single gauge railway, single line railway, or if it's just for access across the canal. What this section of canal is used for is for a rowing club. We have seen numerous sculls out on it, especially over the weekend and in the evenings. But it's certainly wide enough not to be too worried about it, although the span of the oars on those sculls is quite wide. So this is Bridge 78, and it is called Concrete. Okay. Interesting name for a bridge, but I suppose it is made out of concrete, so it's not exactly wrong. Substantial lump of concrete at that. Another major highway overhead. According to the book, it's the A1 M1 link bridge. That means anything to anybody? Certainly doesn't mean anything to me. And here the canal is extremely wide. I wonder what came first. Big steel plating to protect the concrete. It's so wide here, wouldn't expect anything to bang into it. But a bit of preparation saves money in the long run. We're going around a 90-degree bend. This is definitely a contour canal. Going extremely wide. Maybe it was a natural valley beforehand. Don't know. It wouldn't have made sense, I don't think, to have dug this so wide. I don't see any wharfs or anything down the sides. So maybe, of course, it was the original route to the River Aire. Don't know. It's certainly very quiet, very much countrified. Although, as we come around the corner, we start to see the industries. Certainly the wind turbines, which are moving today. This is called Rod Hill Corner. So it's obviously a bit of a landmark. We do have at least 2 locks to do today, and then if there's no moorings in the armoury, then when we go through to the Leeds Basin, then we'll have 3 to do. The next 2 are still electric locks, but the first one into Leeds, or the first one into the basin on the Leeds and Liverpool, is manual. Here on the right hand side we have some moorings. Behind the tree there is a fairly large boat. This is definitely a wharf. This may well be Thwaite Mills Industrial Museum moorings. Sadly, the museum itself is closed. And I think the property has been sold off. Not 100% sure. Interesting moorings, these wooden piles holding up the embankment. Definitely industrialised. A converted work boat. I have no idea what sort of access we have here to tow path or anything. And then on the left hand side we've got Brickyard. Maybe not the quietest place to moor, but certainly isolated. Might be worth looking at on the way back. To the left is Staunton Wharf. Big industrial area, containers, bricks. And it looks like it may be part of off-roaders business. Because there it says Casper River Transport, which is the company that runs Off-Roader, a big commercial that comes through here. Maybe where he offloads the bricks. Would not know where it turns around there. Maybe further up here is a widening at the moment. It's not even close to put the 600 tonner turnaround. Here we have some more boats moored up. big one. Old sailor. No idea. I can only assume that these are 14-day moorings, just normal. Oh, but there's electric. Okay. Maybe these are CRT moorings. Because there are some electric bollards. Well, it's pretty sadly maintained, but anyway. A lot of empty spaces. Nothing shown on the map book. But on the right is another Louis and Joshua. We saw that come through the other day. This one, another converted working boat. I don't think it's converted actually. I think it's still ready for cargo. Old crane on the right hand side, steam crane, got boiler. In fact, I may have falsely said that the previous area was Thwaite Museum, Industrial Museum. I suspect this might actually be it. There is no signage to show it. It's definitely deserted. Nice little red tugboat here. Oh, waste shark. Let's go around picking up rubbish. Huh. I'll say, I think this must be Thwaite Museum. Misled everybody. Got a little mooring here. Okay, so just had a look on Google and definitely just gone past Thwaite Mills. So my initial report, back of the way. Oops. Okay, so this is TS Ark Royal. Sea Cadets, City of Leeds Sea Cadets. Very big, very smart looking setup. And then we've got the rowing club on the left hand side. And ahead we have a lock, so I better summons the crew. This is where the rowing club is, eh? Quite a hike. Not like Sissy's at the other one. Oh, schniz. Trying to warm up a bit as well. Might have to remove low hoodie and then try and not to spoil the microphone. So this lock's taking us onto the river. And then there is a flood lock, but I think it's closed. I don't think it works anymore. I think the doors are removed. I think we went past where off-roader dumps all the bricks.
I saw that brick place.
Yeah, that's where it is. But I think, well, there was a sign there saying Casper River Transport. This is Nostrop Lock. I assume the K is silent. Mrs. walk up and operate. Can't see the box. Can't see where she is. She's got a strange signal from her. Not sure what it means. Maybe there's somebody coming the other way. Let's go and have a look. There's a wide beam coming down, single-hander, lady. So the wife will operate this side of the lock, let her down, and she can just sail straight out. Doesn't have to climb up and down ladders. And also, we can just hang here until she's through. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, click the like button, and make some comments. Next week we continue on towards Leeds, see what that brings. Till then, goodbye.